We are back. Welcome back to the onjpodcast YouTube channel slash audio. I'm your co-host, Jeremiah.
I'm your co-host, Orlando.
All right, this is post. Uh, we've got NBA Cup play going on. This is post OKC versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. A very, very, very close game. Thunder pulled it out in the end. They get the win, 113-105. Uh, Good game overall, but who's your player of the game? Who you got? Kind of obvious, but I mean not obvious. I wouldn't say obvious, but who you got?
I mean, I feel like you have to go first in this moment.
All
I
right.
feel like I have to give you the honors. I think we're gonna give you a solid 20 minutes of the podcast. Go ahead and talk about it.
A solid 20 minutes. I don't even think I need 20 minutes. Um Shai Gilgeous Alexander. I mean, who else? 40 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Just consistency, right? And he said it himself, right? He's just, let's go back to what he said, right?
My whole life is consistent. Everything I do, from when I eat to when I sleep, to my recovery, to my loved ones, everything's consistent.
Everything.
Um, and it's a routine for me at this point.
He was incredible today from start to finish. Um, yeah, 12 of 19. Only missed 2 free throws the whole night. Just let the squad. I mean, he played like an MVP. I mean, he played like how we needed him to play today, and got the win. Um, it was tough though. Minnesota made it tough though. I'm not gonna lie. They made it was a lot of back and forth. I mean, for us to be the best defensive team, in the league, like it was kind of like Minnesota didn't make it easy though. Like they didn't bow down, just because we're such a great team defense. But I think holding Ant to 6 points in the first half pretty much won us the game. I mean, I think that's what essentially won us the game. Having to force other teammates to, you know, to kind of chip in a little bit more. And then, of course he's gonna get that pep talk at halftime. Coach is probably gonna give him some adjustments that he needs to make. And then he comes out and scores 25 the second half. But him only scoring that six, and us beating them as a team and guarding them as a team, and that Coach Dagnall and the whole coaching staff making sure that he sees, like, he's not just one on one, unless maybe Payson or Lou Dort's on him. But even then, there's a little like help in those passing lanes. But if there's somebody else guarding, I mean, he was always seeing multiple defenders. You know what I mean? And with a talent like that, you gotta play him like that. I mean, just the respect that he has. I mean, and he still went off a 30. I mean, but it was a tough 30 though. It wasn't easy.
I'm really surprised they didn't go more in about SGA or the Thunder winning. Um, I
You know what?
expected a whole rant.
I actually had a thought earlier today, and it's
Okay.
like it, we were so good last year, and then it's like I've been following the squad for a little minute, right? I mean, I've been a Thunder fan since KD, Russ, and Harden and them, right? Of course, right? But like this squad, I've been like watching them build like late brick by brick every season. Pause. Whoa. Every season, right? You know what I mean? And like seeing them, you know, build and get better and then eventually win a championship. It's like it's weird because it's like, what's next? It's like, like, I feel like because I feel like when I used to watch them, I feel like I was watching them to kind of see the build, to see the growth. You know what I mean? And now that and we're like playing great right now. You know what I mean? Like it's not really too much critique. Apparently we have like the greatest. We have like the great highest of all time. What's the word? What's the stat? Point differential of all time. Like we're playing great, so it's like kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to see like like what's like certain critiques and everything. I mean, not saying we're perfect, but playing like amazing basketball. But it's like I don't want to say it gets boring, but it's like I don't know. It was. I feel like This may sound wild, but I feel like it was more fun, like watching the process, them like make mistakes, and me yelling at the TV screen because Shea would just take dumb shots. You know what I mean? When we were such a young team, and like he was kind of learning how to be a leader, and look at him now, and you see him today, like kind of dropping efficient 40 points, an efficient 40, 12 of 19, missed 2 free throws. I don't know. It's just different. I don't know, and I don't know. I don't want to say I'm taking it. I don't want to take it for granted, but like it's just it was different watching the growth. You know what I mean of the team. Like like coming up because you knew mistakes were going to be made, but then it's like some hope in there of like some good stuff. But then now it's like it's all coming together. But I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah.
When you mention what to look forward to now
Mm-hmm.
for this team, I mean, I feel like always the answer is gonna be, can you three-peat? There hasn't been a team who's three-peated since
Dude, we gotta
what?
get two. We gotta get two before we get to three.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Or maybe, hey, you guys are what, 18-1 now? Um,
18-1.
go ahead and beat that 73-9 Warriors record.
Hey, hey,
Hey, that's something to look forward to.
this is the perfect squad to do that too. I
Or
mean,
maybe you don't beat the 73-9. Maybe you get to 73-9, but maybe you'll get the ring at the end that the Warriors could never get.
ooh, ooh, 74 and 8.
74-8. 70.
Mm, beat the record. But and we're doing this like without our second best player too. So it's like that makes it even more impressive. And Chet had an off game. You know what I mean? He was 4 of 12. Didn't have his best offensive game. You know what I mean? Didn't really see him that much in the third quarter, but I mean, he was. I mean, but in towards the end in clutch time though, he did come up. He had a big three. Um, I think he hit a couple good free throws too. But I mean, he played well in crunch time. But I mean, it was a great team performance though overall. I thought Kason did a great job on Ant-Man. Like the first half and him and Lou Dort. You know what I mean? But Anthony Edwards just turned it on like in the second half. I mean, he was incredible. Um, but it was too late. I think it was essentially too late. And Julius Randle, kind of being able to minimize him as well. So, he was 2 of 13. So, it was just a great overall effort. I mean, it was just a great win overall. Without your second best player, without your second all-star, I don't want to say second all star without your other all star. Like it's a good win. It's a good win. What'd you see from the game? What'd you like? What you didn't like? Like what'd you see?
Um, shout out to Ant that second half. Just going out there, being aggressive, really bringing the Timberwolves back into this game, um, and just hitting some crazy shots. There'll be some shots where they'll set up the screen and he'll go to he wouldn't even move fully through the screen. A defender's already coming towards him. He's like, whatever. Shoots the ball, makes it from the three. That was incredible. That was he would take some of those shots, and I was looking at my screen like that's a bad shot. He's not gonna make it and winning. That was a clear like shut your mouth. Ant was doing his thing. Um, but also a big shout out to the whole Timberwolves team because of how this game went. Like you mentioned, the Thunder have the highest point differential. I think that they end up beating teams by 16, 17. Um,
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. I don't
yeah,
know the exact. I gotta look
so
it up. But yeah.
some very high number, and we've been hearing about this point differential for the past few weeks. because they've just been blowing through teams to the point where Shea has not even played the fourth.
Yeah, yeah,
And for the Timberwolves, yeah, they kind of lost this game, but I think there's a lot of pieces for them to build upon. Where one, you did not lose by that huge point differential that's the OKC's known for, and
for
you
sure.
forced them to play Shea in the fourth quarter, which they haven't done in a few games. Shea could not rest this fourth quarter. He had
Minnes-
the game.
Minnesota's a good team. Like they're a good team. I mean, they've made the playoffs probably, I don't know what, the past, and they've gone far. They've gone past the first round, like probably the past 3, 4 years, maybe. I don't know. Like, but I mean, they've constantly, they're constantly in the playoffs. They're constantly not, they're constantly getting past the first round. Like they're a great team. Um, I think they're missing a point guard though, for sure. Um, I think I mean, I think saw Mike Conley play a little bit, but then I saw him get beat. I saw Isaiah Joe beat him off a back door, and then I think I didn't really see too much of him after that. I don't know, man. I think he may have came in a little bit after that, but I don't know. After that play, I didn't really see much of him after that play. So I'm wondering if he's getting up there, like he's up there. I mean, 19 seasons, like 19 seasons of NBA basketball, and he's been fairly healthy, I believe. Like I don't think he's like been a guy to miss. I feel like there was one season with the Grizzlies where he had an injury. I don't know if it was shoulder or something. It was something he had with the Grizzlies, but other than that, like he's been fairly healthy, and available for his teams, that he's played for throughout his career. But I feel like Rob Dillingham still has a way to go, and it's tough to learn, especially in the Western Conference. Like you're going up against tonight, you're going up against Shai Alexander, and not only Shai, you're going up against like one of the top defensive teams in the league, right? Like some great perimeter defenders, Kason Wallace, Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, even AJ Mitchell. I mean, he's a scorer. He's averaging 16, but even like OKC has a lot of two-way. Like they play both ends of the floor, right? So you're going against those guys. You're going up against John Morant. You're going up against Russell Westbrook. You're going up against like, I mean, Luka Doncic. Like you're going up against some top guys. You know what I mean? In the Western Conference, and it's tough to learn. And and it's tough because the only way to get better for him, the only way for him to get better, is playing time, right? I mean, the G League can do something, but I mean, you eventually like it may not be the same type of, like talent that you're gonna see in the Western Conference, like, even in the Eastern Conference as well, but like you're gonna play mostly Western Conference teams. So like seeing that talent, that's gonna be tough for him to learn. Like, but I did like there was two plays that I hope he builds off on. It was he had two back-to-back assists. I thought like before those assists, he was like kind of forcing his hand, as a scorer. I think that's probably what he's gonna have to learn as a point. I mean, that's probably one of the keys of being a point guard, learning when to get your own shot. I mean, Rondo was great at it, like knowing when to get your own shot, but then also knowing like, hey, like this guy hasn't shot, or hey, this guy has a hot hand, or hey, Ant hasn't touched the ball in a little while. Like, let me get him. Like Rondo would probably be great at that. So that's something he's got to learn. But he did have two back-to-back assists. I know he had one he got in, and they both involved him attacking the rim, stopping and then, finding his shooters on the outside. So he did that, found Dante DiVincenzo, made three. I think OKC scored or missed, I don't know, but Minnesota got the ball again. Rob brings it back up, goes to the center. What does he do? Find Terrence Shannon in the corner. Made three. So I hope he watches those two plays because I think that could lead to him. 'Cause, I mean, the opportunity's there. Like, there's really no, and I don't see Coach Finch playing Bones Highland like that. So I mean, I don't, and so the opening at point guard is there for him. I mean, he's just probably gonna have to, learn how to run that team. But those two assists stood out to me because I mean, It was good, and even I saw Coach smack him on the butt. I think it was after the Terrence Shannon assist, like like good pass. You know what I mean? Like that's a good point guard play. So I hope he builds off on that. But Terrence Shannon though, I mean, he was tough. Yeah, it's crazy. I think they said this was his first game back too, like which is even more wild. Um, but yeah, he was tough. Didn't miss a shot. 18 points. I think what was it? How much he had? I think he had 10 in the second quarter, maybe, or something like that. He came in the second quarter and was hurting us. Like I mean, he was hitting threes. He was just being aggressive. Like, I mean, he was kind of like he had like real fresh legs. He was like he gave him a burst of energy. I'm not gonna lie. He gave that team a burst of energy when he came in on the floor. And he was pretty good. So shout out to him as well.
Yeah, I think just to emphasize more on that, both teams had second year players coming off the bench that I
Mhm.
think were big contributions to this game. Like you said, Shannon, he had 18 points. He was the second highest scorer for the Minnesota Timberwolves
He didn't
as a
even play
second
that much.
as a second year. Imagine that. And then for you guys, AJ Mitchell, 13 points. He was the third highest scoring member of you guys' team. And
He's
just
a
to think
dog.
about these two are they're two this is their second year in the league. Potentially some you could kind of classify it as their first year because a lot of their first year they were in the G League, kind of developing over there.
Yeah.
So it's really impressive to see the development that they've gone, that these teams have really developed these two players to be good contributions to the team. And hopefully they could build on them towards the future.
Yeah, I think AJ Mitchell was hurt a lot. So, uh, and it makes sense. It's fun. It's funny too because I think there was a point when I was watching the playoffs. I was like, why is he? I was like, and it was like I forgot what series. So I don't want to say the wrong series, but I mean it was either Denver or Minnesota or one of them. But I was surprised that he got into the game because I was like, whoa, like this is a close game, and and Dagnall's digging deep into his bench, and I mean he didn't do nothing bad. Like I mean he was just he was out there, he controlled the ball, like did what he was supposed to do. But it makes sense though watching him this year why Dagnall may have put him out there because I mean he's a baller, like he's just a baller. Like you just give him the ball and he won't make mistakes. Like he'll just make the right play. Um, no, he's a dog for sure. So they definitely second round pick, second round 38th pick. Yeah, that's wild. That's some serious scouting right there. For to find him at 38 in the second round, that's scouting like at its finest.
I don't know how you guys do it. Like
I
you
don't
you
know.
guys that scouting department over there must be getting paid high. Like they should be the highest paid people in the whole entire league, the
Like,
whole
bro,
league scouting department, because you guys have been
bro,
hitting on them.
bro, what? Jalen Williams, uh, Jalen Williams was the second round pick. Uh, AJ Mitchell, Lou Dort might have been undrafted. Yeah, Lou Dort was undrafted. He was undrafted, bro. And I remember him at Arizona State, and he plays so much differently. I mean, of course, he's not gonna have the same freedom that he did at Arizona State. Like he was an actual bucket, like at Arizona State. Like he was getting to it. But and then whole different role, but he was undrafted. Um, Kenrich Williams. I mean, he started with the Pelicans, but I think Kenrich Williams might have been undrafted too. But he's like turned into like a key piece for the squad. Just in terms of just a do it all forward, pretty much. But no, for sure. Shout out to the scouting department for sure, because they've definitely been hitting on these picks. But yeah, I mean, but yeah, I hope that made sense earlier, because that like I don't want to say like I love that we're winning right now, but it's like we're so good that it's just like I don't know, it's just
I
and
mean,
I
it,
and
I
I'm not saying and I, oh no, go ahead.
So going kind of based off what you're saying, I feel like when you go in to watch an OKC game, they're just so good, you know what's gonna happen.
Thank you. Okay, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So it's like, and I'm not saying I want us to be bad again. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just that's exactly what I'm saying. It's just like we just like I just know what's gonna happen. Like we're clicking right now, and I don't want there to be a downfall. I'm not saying that at all, but that's just my current thoughts on it. Like it was just more exciting, just because you didn't know what to expect. You didn't know whether you were getting a win or a loss. When we were building up, with Shea and Lou, and then like even before we got Chris Paul, like those years, like just building up, that just them learning, just getting MB, just getting minutes, like just getting film, like, and then now it's just to see it all come together. It's cool, but it was like, dang, like it's like he's good, like they're so good, like
I
really good.
know. I know you be missing them 3-point lineups you guys had back with Chris Paul, SGA, Fielder.
Like,
I know you
bro,
missed that.
I went to the playoffs. We really went to the playoffs with Chris Paul, with Chris Paul, Dennis Schroeder, SGA, and Lou Dort, and Danilo Gallinari. Like that's wild. But nah, CP was he was on another level that year. Oh man, we never talked about CP3. How did we not talk about CP3?
You're retiring.
One of the goats, man. One
He's
of
not
the
playing much
goats.
next season.
You said what?
I wonder if he already had it set that this was gonna be his last season, he was gonna retire, or he's not playing and he's like, I'm not playing. Maybe I should just hang it up now.
It's a good question. Because I mean, he played good, like you said earlier. I mean, he played good minutes with the Spurs last year.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. Nah, but I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you had to have. I mean, with an announcement like that and the caliber player that he is, yeah, I think that had to have been like on his mind. Like he had to have known. I mean, it's tough though. He may not win a championship, but I mean,
I should have picked him up, man. Yeah, I should have picked him up.
mm, hey, should have. I don't know. We got too many. We got a lot of guys to develop, like a whole lot of guys,
CP3 is a good mentor.
bro. That takes
He
away
don't got
minutes, probably. Oh
he don't
well,
gotta
yeah, but
play. He's not playing.
oh, I don't know. I don't feel like should he be playing though?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Like with the Clips, I don't see why he shouldn't. Why can he not find? Why can they
I
not find minutes for him on the Clips?
so I looked up his stats. His stats was like 36% field goal, something like that. Um, Now again, I feel like this is a short sample size. I think he only played like maybe 2, 3 games early on in the season. And then he got benched. I don't know if he got benched because those few early games he was, not playing the best. But at that point, I mean, like, you, that Clipper team need all the help they could get.
Bro,
If
what?
there's a chance CP3 can rejuvenate like he used to be on the Spurs, I mean, might as well try it.
Shit, James Harden and then barely Kawhi is not gonna. That's not gonna cut it, bro.
Yeah,
But no, that would have been nice though to have him on the bench. But I mean, yeah, I mean, but I feel like he would have probably like I feel like he would expect to play, especially after like pretty much starting most of last season. Like I figured he would want to, like play, but I'm trying to see where the minutes would be, right?
he's
Like,
not
cause
playing though. He's not playing.
yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
What I'm
And
saying,
then
if you're going to sit at the bench, might as well sit at the bench with OKC, where you could win a ring and teach the younger folks on how to, play make and stuff.
um, that'll be wild for him to. That'd be crazy. I wonder if he could take like, and I don't want to like, I don't really know him like that, so I don't like gotta see how to ask that, like how to pose that question. But like to go from leading, I mean, it's not the same squad, but leading, but the core guys, like in terms of Lou Dort, and Shea, like in terms of leading them to the playoffs, like do you think that'll be an easy transition for him to just come back on the bench and just as competitive as he is to just like sit back and just watch them just go? You know what I mean? Like, like in terms of
He's sitting on the bench watching the worst people play right now.
he's 40 years old. That is wild. Bro's really 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. He is watching. I mean, 'cause he played all 82 games last year. So I don't and yeah, I don't know. I guess it is time, maybe. Um, I mean his numbers weren't the best. I think he shot like 42% that season. Uh yeah, I think his numbers started to kind of dwindle after that 21, 2021, 2022 season. I don't know if that was the same season the Suns went to the finals. I'm not sure. Because it was his second to last Suns season. But I think his last season with the Suns was when they went to the finals, or was it season before that? I don't know. But yeah, his numbers, like his shooting numbers, have kind of dwindled. So maybe it is time. Maybe it is time for him to, put him up. But where does he rank? Like all time, like in terms of, I don't want to say. Well, I guess I don't know if you want to give an answer for a player, but I'll just pose the question of just PGs overall.
You're making me think too hard, man.
Okay, like just range. A range. Top five, top 10, top
Top
three.
five,
Okay.
I
So
think.
in that Magic, Curry, like hey, am I missing some guys? Yeah, that's a
That's
two.
the thing. Like we're gonna miss some guys, and people are gonna be like, "How can you miss this guy?" And then we're gonna be like, "Oh,
Magic, Curry. Ooh, what was Rondo rank? No, I don't even think Rondo's like officially retired. Is he a Rondo officially retired?
is there Rondo a coach?"
I think last time I checked, he was at Kentucky. I think he was trying to coach at Kentucky. Like, I think he was
I
taking
thought he was an
classes.
assistant in the NBA in one of the teams. Isn't he like on the Bucks or something with Doc Rivers?
I don't think so. I don't think
Um,
that's a. I don't know if that's official. I think maybe he's doing like some consulting work, maybe or something like that. But yeah, I think maybe. I think he maybe. Yeah, I think he is doing something like that. I remember him mentioning that in the interview. But I don't remember him like officially announcing a retirement though.
yeah.
'Cause, yeah, I don't remember him
Oh,
like
okay. He serves as a guest coach for training camp, and then he's around the team a lot. Apparently, Doc Rivers invites him to be around the team. I just
yeah,
googled
that
it.
sounds like a consultant type. Like, yeah, just to, you know, give some help whenever you can. So like should Chris Paul get a farewell? Well, I mean it's kind of too late, I guess, but
There's
should
no
he get
farewell.
there's no
Too late for that. The man's on the bench.
So what? Like are farewell tours like only designated to a certain caliber of player? Because I mean Chris Paul, like, we just said he's like a top five PG of all time. So like what is it? What is it dedicated to? Like what's the word? Yeah, like qualifications.
Who got a farewell tour? I think the only people who got it is
D Wade
Kobe and D Wade.
essentially. What did Melo get one? No, I don't think so.
No, Melo didn't get one.
What is it
Melo
though? What?
retired because nobody signed him, and he was
Right,
like,
right, right,
I'm not hang it up."
right.
So I think farewell tours aren't a common thing, and I think when it happens, it's a player that can still go out there and give you a lot of points, but he's like, okay, I already know my decline has started. I'm gonna hang it up before I get to the point where like my decline has hit the bottom.
We can really tell. Like you know what I mean? Like dang, like you lost it. So you think this should be Mike Conley's last season as well?
You know, I feel like, man, that's a hard one.
It is, right? 'Cause I saw him today. I mean, I mean, he just, it's not, they didn't really play him that much either. So it's like, but then again, they don't play Joe Ingles like that either. And he's still on the bench too. So it's like, I mean, I guess
I
it's
kind
good.
of want to say
You got to
that,
keep some veterans on deck.
yeah. So I kind of want to say that, yeah, it'll be his last season, but I kind of want him to like come back next season, not as a starter, but
Okay.
taking like a Joe Ingles role in the background, teaching the guys, being a mentor. Because I think there's gonna be a spot, a hole in that point guard position, and if they get somebody, young, or depends who they get, they might, still want to keep Mike Conley for that mentorship and stuff.
Yeah. And I wonder what that relationship is like between Dillingham and Conley because I mean, Dillingham, it still seems like he's like still trying to figure out, like maybe, and I don't even know if he's just trying to figure out, maybe just getting the scoring DNA out of him and just being like a PG. Like that may be tough just because, I mean, from high school, he's always had the ball and just always just, yo, go get a bucket. Like, you know what I mean? Even in Kentucky, a little bit like, like Calipari, I mean, he was a little structured, but I mean, he kind of was kind of free to, play his game, as Coach Cal does, he lets you play your game. You know what I mean? But um now, I mean, I don't know if that's gonna work with terms of running an NBA team, getting guys shots. There were like probably three possessions I saw where they were just bad shots. I mean, like he didn't really try to look for his teammates or anything. He just tried to score, and you can score, but the thing is, everybody in the league can score. You know what I mean? Everybody in the league. There's probably 90%, 90 or 95% of the league is probably average 20 or on their high school team. You know what I mean? So everybody can score, but just about, what like what all the coaches, like Coach Hines and all them say, like, just finding your role. So and playing your role, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Um, there's still some development to go on there, but I think he has a bright future. Especially, you mentioned those two good assists that you saw and you liked, and maybe he's already working on it. Maybe it's just a matter of taking what he's probably learning in training camp and putting it into the game.
Yeah. Yeah, and those two assists were a great adjustment. You know what I mean? Because I mean, he started off, doing what he does, just trying to score, just trying to create some offense. But creating offense doesn't only mean scoring. You know what I mean? Like creating offense can mean like you did with DiVincenzo and Shannon. Like you got to the middle of the paint, collapse the defense. You found your shooter on the outside. You found DiVincenzo on the wing. And then next possession, you come down, you find Shannon in the corner. Like that's creating offense too. So yeah, I mean, no, it was a great no, it was a great adjustment from him. But I wonder what the coaches said to Ant like halftime because he came out like a different like he came out, he dropped what like I said what 25 in the second half. Like I wonder what it was like that pep talk because I mean, like and I wonder if there was even a pep talk or if he just just took the initiative and was just like I got to be better, and he was better.
I don't know. Maybe he did something to get under his skin. Like, yeah, you see that?
Had
That's
to.
why Shay's better because of how he's performing right now. And look at you with 6 points, and he's like, "Oh, I ain't standing up for this."
Something like that. Like it had to be something because he came out hooping for sure. But yeah, I mean, it was a great game, great cup game. We'll see, how teams advance and see how the standings end up being and who wins it all eventually. You got anything else?
No,
All right. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you're on the audio, give us a 5-star rating or you know what I mean, and leave a good comment, nice positive comment. And all that good stuff. Catch you in the next vid. We out.
we out.